Hey, what's up? This is Brian Kuzmar from Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in beautiful and a little cool Lauderdale by the Sea. 53-degree temperatures today, and if you don't know South Florida, that's pretty cool for us. Actually, it was 48 this morning. I was quite surprised, so that's pretty low temperatures. Oddly enough, this little live cam that we're looking at right now, it's 53 degrees out here, and with a little breeze, it probably feels a little bit colder. And look, there's jackets. You can see people wearing jackets right there, and then you see someone there with shorts on and a t-shirt. So, anyways, but interestingly enough, it's 53 degrees outside, but if you walked into the water, it's like nearly 80. It's 78 or 80. The water temperatures are really warm. You could survive a lot longer in the water in South Florida than you could in the air right now. Strange, but true. And I've encountered this quite a few times when I'm out there surfing because the air temperatures are way colder than the water temperatures. So, funny enough, you'll slip into the water just to get warm. That sounds a little odd, and I guess people on the West Coast wouldn't understand that either. Anyways, I got a little tip for you here too before I leave this scene. If you live in South Florida, Florida. That's how you pronounce South Florida. But if you live in South Florida and you've been down here a long time, you'll notice it's hard to spot the people that grew up down here. But I've got to tell you, you know how you spot them? I just gave you a little tip just a minute ago, but this is how you spot true Floridians that were born down here and raised down here. Is in 50 to 60 degree weather, they're wearing parkas. So they're cold and they're wearing parkas and heavy jackets. So if you want to get out today and actually spot some real Floridians, some homegrown Floridians, just go outside and look for the big heavy jackets. That's my tip. I'm going to keep the report real short today, and like this article, again, I've been reading this Gold Switzerland guy here, Matterhorn Asset Management. So remember, they're there to get your money and to have you become customers of theirs. However, I don't feel threatened by this. This is why I don't mind showing you this kind of stuff, because as far as physical metals go, I can beat any of these guys' prices, so that's not even an issue. And I think they might do some kind of paper gold as well. I'm not sure where they hold on to it. Which I'm not a big fan of. Again, I'm a physical seller, but here nor there, they write some great articles, and I'd highly recommend that you stop, pauses, and type this in your browser. The Next Gold Rush is Here, written by Egon von Greiser. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I've read a couple of his articles, and he's pretty good. I like some of his stuff, but he's almost echoing exactly what I've been saying for a long time, or I'm echoing what he's been saying. But again, good article. I want to read the beginning of this. You have been warned. The Biden-Yellen Dream Team will fulfill our worst fears of deficit spending, debt explosion, and debt collapse. Notice what was crossed out up there. Not that the Trump win would have been that much different, since the die had been cast already long ago. Sorry about that. I had a little tongue twister there. For the final decline of the current financial system. And the BY duo, the Biden-Yellen duo, will be a perfect team to lead the economy and the rest of the world into perdition. Well, there's one thing that I think Egon's got wrong here, is that this election is not exactly over. Again, he lives in Switzerland, so I'm sure all the news that he's reading says that it is over, but this election is not quite over yet from what I can see. There's some serious court challenges, especially Texas made one. Missouri has made a challenge. So when states start making challenges, that's a serious... That says there's some serious evidence behind these claims of a fraudulent election anyway. Man, we are in an upside-down world right now, so we'll see what happens. So he's assuming that a Biden and Yellen win will happen. And again, I don't blame him for assuming that, given that the only news he gets is probably corporate news. And it's tough to get good news on what's really going on out there. Anyway, highly recommend you read the article, Biden-Yellen Seasoned Money Printers. He talks about that. However, he also talks that Trump was no different. Trump was a seasoned money printer as well. And we all know that. He signed off on the $2.1 trillion CARE Act. So Trump certainly was no fiscal conservative. However, standing next to Biden and Yellen, he definitely looks like a fiscal conservative, if that tells you anything. As the writer talks here, Egon talks here, Biden-Yellen seasoned money printers, a remarkable record, and he talks about how Trump was really not a fiscal conservative either, which he was not, but again, compared to those two, he looks like one. The dream duo with 150 years experience. And tongue-in-cheek, he kind of talks about Biden and Yellen having 150 years of experience, status quo DC hacks, in my opinion. But that's kind of what he's saying. Debt weight exponential. Good article. Highly recommend you read it. Again, I've been telling you, I don't want to sit here for 20 minutes and read these articles to you because, I cherry pick stuff, and there's things in there that you'll probably want to read for yourself or that I may miss. And again, the whole point of these videos is to teach you how to do it for yourself. And me reading stuff and cherry picking stuff is not going to help you. So read the article. I like it. I think it's pretty good. And what does all these articles and what I've been talking about for 6 months have in common? Well, it's the end of the dollar. Again, I hate to say it because boy, this is history, but I think we're starting to see the end of the fiat dollar here. They're starting to talk about MMT, where everybody gets a check for doing nothing. I mean, there's all kinds of fantasy economics going on out there that again, I think they're purposely pushing for the end of the dollar, and I'm not quite sure why or what is going to replace it. Probably some form of electronic payment, cryptos. That's why we've been talking about it so long, or lately we've been talking about it so much. I think the Fed's going to come out with a crypto type coin, and that's how they're going to issue the MMT. Everyone will get payments somehow out of zeros and ones. And at that point, the dollar as a world reserve currency is officially dead, gone, zero, zip. You can expect a lot of inflation, and I don't even want to say the H word, hyper, or HI word, hyperinflation, because that's what I think we're going to see. Anyway, it is the end of the dollar, and this is why I talk about buying gold, silver, and platinum, because it's a good hedge against the dollar. And I'll show you some correlations here. This morning, markets are down a little bit. Let me just take a look. Markets were down this morning, about 15 bucks or so. But look at this dollar chart, U.S. dollar index here. This morning, up. Look at that. And then you got the little curve down here before, it's about, what is it, 10 o'clock right there. And then right here you've got 9 o'clock, you've got that dip. And then right about there, a little bit, what is it, what time, 7:30, you've got that little high. And remember what I've been telling you about? You could almost take the graph for gold and just flip it upside down, stick it on top of this graph. It would fit like a puzzle almost. Strange, it hasn't always worked that closely, but I have noticed it lately, the last 6 months, several months it has been, maybe a little bit longer, but I really just start to notice it in the last 6 or 7 months more than I had in the past. Let's take a look at that graph. Look at this graph. Let's see, 7:30, ready? 7:30, look, remember the dollar? Remember the dollar one was up here? The dollar would fit in that little hole, and then after that, the dollar index drops. Look how these things correspond. Look at that drop, and then look at it back up again, and let's take a look at gold again. Look, whoop, back down. Amazing, isn't it? As I've been saying, I think there's a direct correlation between the U.S. dollar and gold, much more strongly connected than ever, and I'm not quite sure exactly how that works. Maybe I'll do a little research into that, or hey, if you got some ideas or you've done some research, please make some comments below. Anyways, I just wanted to show you those two charts, and again, we've been talking about these charts, how they correspond, and let's just take a look at what markets are. I'm going to refresh this here because let's see if it's gone down a bit in the last 20 minutes. It has. So we're down about $27 in gold right now, about a half a buck in silver. Again, dollar strength. Just take a look at that chart right there. I didn't refresh it, but there you go. Boom, 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 boom. And that's only temporary. Remember, we've been looking at these charts, and over the long term, the chart is just down, 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 down. And the dollar does have these spikes, and what those spikes do is it seems like it's having a direct impact on gold. Again, can't tell you exactly why, but it is. It definitely appears that way. It's too much of a coincidence, and it fits together like a puzzle. So this is definitely happening. Again, look, we have dollar strength today, and look, see all those down days, and ultimately the chart goes down. If you look at the, let's look at the long-term chart here, 3 years. Let's see if that updates. Gosh, I need a little bit longer chart than that. All. Let's see the all chart. That should take me generally. Look. Ultimately, the dollar is just in a decline, and if you would take this chart for since 1913, you'd see that it would start way up here. See where my cursor is? And it would have been like this over time. So what does that say for gold and silver? It says don't worry about these little the strengthened dollar is only going to be temporary, especially with what we got coming up in the future. Oh my God, good time to be in gold and silver, folks. That's my opinion. Anyway, again, let's take a look at the markets. Down 27 bucks, down a half a buck in silver. You know what? I'm going to say big friggin' deal, BFD. You know why? Because it's temporary. It's only temporary, and it provides you, as I've been saying for the last 6 months, a good chance to buy the dips here. So today's a good chance to buy at a lower level than yesterday and the day before. So when you see these dips, just remember, don't panic. Just hang on. It's no big deal. Relax. Just buy the dips. And again, if you had planned on selling, you don't have to sell. You had to sell a little bit. Just wait another week or so, and you'll probably be fine. Here nor there, I wouldn't recommend selling any gold or silver or precious metals right now. I would be recommending everyone to hold or buy. So my recommendation is to hold or buy. Again, remember, this is my opinion, just my opinion. So when I say hold or buy, I'm just saying that's my opinion. I could be wrong, and you have to make your own opinions. And this is, again, why I'm showing you all this stuff, so you can, at some point you may disagree with me, and that's great. If you disagree with me because you've been reading more than I have, and you've been learning more than I have, then my job is accomplished. But in my opinion, I think it's a great time to, you got to hold on this stuff, or it's a good buying opportunity on the dips. Anyways, that's it for me, Brian Kuzmar. I hope that kept this report a little bit shorter than normal. Not much to talk about again today. Same old shit, sorry. Different day. But no less, the dollar is not on the move upward in the long term. It is on a long-term downward trend, and you will be fine. Just relax and wait these little dips down, the down dips out. That's it. Got any questions? Feel free to call me at 954-493-8811. Got all kinds of great deals at the store. We've been very, very busy. Never hesitate to give us a call or come in and ask us what we have on hand, what the best deal of the day is, and happy to help you out with any other questions you have. If you like my videos, please subscribe to them and hit the like button up there. I really appreciate it. I think I've got almost 200 videos out, daily videos out right now. So, and I want to continue to do them. I notice more people are watching, and I'm getting more viewers. Thank you very much. I appreciate you all. And if anything big happens today, I will come back on and give you another update. If not, talk to you tomorrow. And I suspect it's kind of going to be a quiet day, good down day for you dip buyers, by the way. So I'll see you in the store later. Hey, thanks for watching. Again, have a nice day, and talk to you soon.